California Penal Code Section 368 involves elder abuse. It could be actual physical abuse, it could be neglect, or it could be financial abuse. And financial abuse tends to be the most common of that. Someone, either a family member or someone that's taking care of the elderly person, gets permission to write one check and starts writing, perhaps more checks than that. And the issue in cases like that, and the defense in cases like that, tends to be consent, whether they were allowed to do it, whether it was justifiable. And you look typically to the amount of money taken and what it was for. Sometimes an elderly person has to, leave their house and go into a home, and the children start looking after the finances and realize perhaps, one of the children had been pulling from the finances without anyone knowing for quite some time. That's one of the common scenarios with that. Other common scenarios in terms of neglect, bedsores are, almost always going to be a prosecution because it means that the person isn't taking care of the elder or dependent adult. Sometimes people hit older people, and that, sometimes they get into fights just like anyone else, and because they're over 65, it's charged as an elder abuse as opposed to something else. I've had a case where my client hit someone with a cane. That they were both 80+ years old, and they got into a physical altercation, and he was stronger, and she grabbed her cane and hit him, and there was an issue of self-defense in that case. And even if both parties are over 65, it qualifies as elder abuse.